Well, this one's super fun now, Slash, featuring Ian Astbury, and this is a song called Ghost, which was the first song off Slash's solo album when he went under his own name, and it's a really great album. I mean, I've already done Back from Cali on the channel before. This one has a really good warm-up riff, I would say, so if you're starting off and you need to get your fingers kind of warmed up before you're going into some epic shredding or whatever, this is a really good place to start. I'll run you through the main riff now, and then we'll get into it. So it's a bit like this. This is a classic Slash song because the riff is just so good. Loads of tabs get this completely wrong, but there's an open string involved and there's a lot of alternate picking here, so it's a little bit complicated to get the riff first of all, but once you've got it under your fingers, you will find it just kind of flows naturally. So just get your second finger and put it on the 10th fret, up here on the B string. Third finger on this 11th fret here. So that's the general shape that you need to get into the hang of. So look at all the open strings, particularly on the tab, and note them. And I'll play through really slowly here. So second, open, third finger, little finger, open, third finger. Then it changes here. Make sure you slightly palm mute as well so that it's not too ringing. If you listen, it's a bit messy. You just need to slightly keep it under control and play this round 10 times. I'm not going to do it all the 10 times, but just like this. Once it gets to the 11th time, there's a slight rhythm change, which is why this is quite a complicated riff. You essentially drop one of the notes, and I'll show you how that sounds. So like that, and then it ends with. Then it goes into this really cool section A, I'm calling it. It's a kind of chorusy type thing. There's a visitor. Look, it's a visitor.
Gonna play a bit.
Ooh. Like that. Not bothered.
Play your first bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Bye.
So we were in this section A, as I'm calling it, this high bit here. So the X's on the tab are where you press lighter and kind of hit the strings, but you don't quite go for it. We'll move on to the next section, because you don't have to do that one so accurately. It's just kind of a loose jam feel. So this is the next section. If you can get the E full chorded, then do. And then we're going back to this jumping up section here again. So you do this open G chord here, and then move to this thumb arrangement, which we've talked about before. Use your fourth finger to do that little move on the A position. Then you're going back into the main riff. You do that 8 times round, then you do the change up like we did before. Go back to repeating section A. And this bit follows. Just going to pause before we get into the main solo section here because it gets a little bit complicated, but we've got the riff down now and this little kind of chunky section here, which is really good for rhythm guitar. So we'll pause and we'll come back for the solo in part 2.